When Julius Fabricius, sub-prefect of the Weald, in the days of Diocletian owned our lower river field, he called to him Hobdenius, a Briton of the clay, saying, "What about that river piece for laying in to hay?" And the aged Hobden answered, "I remember as a lad, my father told your father that she wanted dreening bad, and the more that you neglect her, the less you'll get her clean. Have it just as you've a mind to. But if I was you, I'd dreen." So they drained it long and crossways in the lavish Roman style. Still we find among the river drift their flakes of ancient tile, and in drothy middle August, when the bones of meadows show, we can trace the lines they followed 1600 years ago. Then Julius Fabricius died, as even prefects do, and after certain centuries, imperial Rome died too. Then did robbers enter Britain from across the northern main, and our lower river field was won by Ogier the Dane. Well could Ogier work his war-boat, well could Ogier wield his brand. Much he knew of foaming waters, not so much of farming land. So he called to him a Hobden of the old unaltered blood, saying, "What about that river piece? She doesn't look no good." And that aged Hobden answered, "'Tain't for me to interfere, but I've known that bit of meadow now for 55 year. Have it just as you've a mind to, but I've proved it time on time. If you want to change your nature, you got to give her lime." Ogier sent his wains to lose 20 hours' solemn walk, and drew back great abundance of the cool grey healing chalk. And old Hobden spread it broadcast, never heeding what was in't, which is why in cleaning ditches now and then we find a flint. Ogier died, his sons grew English, Anglo-Saxon was their name, till out of blossomed Normandy another pirate came. For Duke William conquered England, and divided with his men, and our lower river field he gave to William of Warenne. But the brook, you know her habit, rose one rainy autumn night, and tore down sodden flitches of the bank to left and right. So said William to his bailiff, as they rode their dripping rounds, "Hob, what about that river bit? The brook's got up no bounds." And that aged Hobson answered, "'Tain't my business to advise, but you might ha' known 'twould happen from the way the valley lies. Well, you can't hold back the water, you must try and save the sail. Have it just as you've a mind to, but if I was you, I'd spile." They spiled along the water-cross with trunks of willow trees, and planks of elms behind them, and immortal oaken knees. And when the spates of autumn whirl the gravel beds away, you can see their faithful fragments, iron hard in iron clay. Georgie Quinty Anna Sexto, I who own the river field, am fortified with title deeds, attested, signed and sealed, guaranteeing me my assigns, my executors and heirs, all sorts of powers and profits which are neither mine nor theirs. I have rights of chase and warren, as my dignity requires. I can fish, but Hobden tickles. I can shoot, but Hobden wires. I repair, but he reopens. Certain gaps which men allege have been used by every Hobden since a Hobden swapped a hedge. Shall I dog his morning progress, or the track betraying dew, demand his dinner basket into which my pheasant flew, confiscate his evening faggot under which my conies ran, and summons him to judgment? I would sooner summon Pan. His dead are in the churchyard, 30 generations laid. Their names were old in history when the Doomsday Book was made, and the passion and the piety and prowess of his line have seeded, rooted, fruited in some land the law calls mine. Not for any beast that burrows, not for any bird that flies, would I lose his large sound counsel, Mrs. Keen and mending eyes. He is bailiff, woodman, wheelwright, field surveyor, engineer, and if flagrantly a poacher. 'Tain't for me to interfere. Hob, what about that river bit? I turned to him again, with Fabricius and Ogier and Willing of Warren. Have it just as you've a mind to, but. And here he takes command. For whoever pays the taxes, old Mus Hobden owns the land.